My mother-in-law was just complaining. She was saying, "Oh, it's cold in here." I'm like, "Be grateful it's cold in here."
Oh yeah. Did Jimmy's dad come through? So he's here too? Oh, good. He's still doing real estate. Yeah. How old is he? 70?
So he's 20 years older than me. So he's 77.
77. Wow.
Jamie, it's Jamie's 46. I'm 57. Patty's 67. John's 77. It's like 10, 10, 10, 10.
Oh, wow.
The funniest thing is at dinner. Oh, sorry, there's only one viewer. All right, 2 more minutes. I'm gonna go down. me go switch it for you? All right, thank you. See you again. See you, Troy.
Candidates for graduation, welcome to the 131st commencement exercises of Ellicottville Central School. My name is Eric Plotz, and I'm the high school principal here at ECS, and it is my honor to serve as MC for this evening's ceremony. Seniors, you may take your seat. In the event of an emergency, please proceed calmly to the nearest exit to your right or left. The nearest restroom is through the doors to your left. Tonight we will hear from several student speakers, enjoy 2 musical selections performed by our student body, and award over 40 scholarships. We will end this evening with conferment of high school diplomas. With respect to obtaining the best photographs, I recommend parents approach the center of the stage. Students will move across the stage from your left, where I am, to your right to receive their gift. Please be mindful of other loved ones trying to obtain the best photographs. A separate printed program listing award and scholarship winners will be available upon conclusion of the ceremony at the same table where you obtained your program. Please be sure to take a copy of this additional program with you on your way out. At this time, I ask for all to rise for the national anthem performed by ECS senior Adelaide Weber. Very nicely done, Adelaide. Thank you. At this time, it is my honor to introduce the class vice president to formally welcome you to tonight's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Courtney Marsh.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome parents, family, friends, faculty, and those joining us on live stream. On behalf of the class of 2025, I would first like to express how grateful we are to be able to share this moment together. Thank you to everyone who has come together to make this event possible. Thank you to our educators who inspired us and gave us the resources needed to walk across this stage today. And of course, thank you to the parents and family members that have been our biggest supporters since day one. I'm sure that most of us on this stage today are feeling this strange mix of being excited for the future, yet nervous for the massive transition that lies ahead. I feel as though everyone on this stage today should be excited and nervous, yet feel proud of this huge achievement you have accomplished. No matter what path you took to get here today, just know that you earned it. And now you get to own it by walking across this stage, receiving that diploma, and cheering on your peers as they do the same. Take this moment and cherish it for now, but keep in mind that the future holds so much more than we can imagine, and be ready to take every opportunity you are awarded on your journey. As this may very well be one of the last times we are all in one room together, I would especially like to thank my fellow classmates of the class of 2025 for the memories and experiences shared throughout our years here at ECS. Once again, a big thank you to everyone who put tonight's event together, and an even bigger congratulations to each and every person sitting on this stage tonight.
Thank you. Our senior vocal performers will sing Landslide under the direction of Mrs. Wendy Birch and accompanied by Mrs. Donna Warner. I listened to their rehearsal earlier and I'm positive you will enjoy the performance. Take it away. Thank you, students. It is indeed our pleasure to open this evening's ceremony with such fine contributions from our students. It gives me great pleasure to honor the achievements of the Ellicottville Central School graduating class of 2025. Sincere gratitude to our community members here this evening in attendance to celebrate this milestone. Joining us this evening are Board of Education members Deborah Gottlieb, Carl Northrop, Scotty McGee, Nate Dahlman, Carla Krasinski, and Jenna O'Connell. A special thanks to our scholarship and award sponsors, including those personally in attendance this evening. Your contributions and generosity exemplify our community's commitment to the students of Ellicottville Central School. To our students, tonight you join the educated citizenry of our community and nation. By virtue of your coursework and experiences here at ECS, you take with you this evening intellectual habits of mind, including the ability to think critically and to communicate effectively. On behalf of the faculty and staff here at ECS, it has been our honor to help you hone these abilities. Employ these skills to make wise choices as you go out into the world. Wisdom, integrity, your abilities to analyze and decipher are more important than ever, as our general populace is challenged daily to discern truth from fiction. Tonight, I encourage you to reflect on your development as a critical thinker and how various teachers, mentors, and loved ones have helped mold you into the candidates for graduation we see before us. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce our salutatorian to the podium for her address. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Catherine Bless.
Good evening, graduates, friends, and families. Being a part of this graduating class is something I will never forget, as I hope it will be the same for many of you. There are so many notable and memorable moments that I could go back on, but those wouldn't even begin to sum us up as a class. Everyone could think of a different memory they hold close for a particular reason. Each one of us had something to bring to the table to make our class unique. Throughout the years, you developed and gained your personal identity, getting to know yourself better. Say, for example, this may come through in ways outside of school, like a relationship, or within, such as your schoolwork. Learning who you are as an individual is so important and key for your future. One thing I want to highlight is that a grade doesn't define who you are. Whether it be good or bad, you are so much more than your performance you're about to complete here at ECS. Friendships you have built from interacting and engaging with classmates, whether it be from your first day here at pre-K or new ones from this past year, you will cherish. Being such a small class in such a small school isn't something you should take for granted. Not everyone can know that like you do. Choose to think of it in a positive way. My time here at Ellicottville was nothing short of fun. Our class is always filled with a good time and vibrant energy. I believe our mark on this school is not comparable to any other class. Hard work, dedication, and perseverance gets you places. We each have our own idea of what that may look like, but I don't doubt it will be applied to each of our own lives. Going from class to class or seeing the same teachers every day is a time period you won't forget. High school is a time where you grew up and became an adult. You have spent so much time in this building. Don't let it go to waste. This is setting the foundation for your future. Go out and dream big, rather than too small. I hope going back, rethinking and reliving these days brings back so many smiles and so much laughter. We did it. We're the class of 2025.
Thank you, Catherine. It is now my pleasure to introduce our superintendent of Ellicottville Central School, Mr. Mark Ward, to give the congratulatory address to the class of 2025. Mr. Ward, please go.
I don't think I imagined that I'd ever come back here again. Not that I don't cherish and love this place, but 8 years ago I retired, And these guys were in 4th grade. And a lot has happened since then. But I'll start out by saying the normal: parents, relatives, guests, members of the Board of Education, staff members, but most importantly, the class of 2025. In days gone by, I used to do this speech, and I had a lot of dirt on the class. I knew them well, so I knew a lot more about them than they thought I knew. Well, this time around, I'm sorry to say, in the short time I've been here so far, I guess we'll say so far, I don't know them all that well. But I did get enough tidbits of information about some of you that I'm going to give you something to remember here. Now, this is designed for them more than you, but let's see how this goes. I'm giving them 2 challenges today to 2 questions. The first is, how do you describe or remember the class of 2025? Now, I'm not going to use their names, because I'd get in trouble if I do that. Or their parents would be mad at me, or their grandparents, who I know as well. There are 40 seniors tonight, and 17 have 1 parent who graduated from ECS. 7 more have 2. Now, what does that mean? It's a nice little statistic. Now, normally I would know the next thing, but I'm going to ask for a little participation from you guys. What I'd like you to do is, if you've been here from K through 12, stand up. You can sit back down, okay? Well, I'm not done yet. I know that you're with the Lord, but only just begun. 7 are going into the trades, likely after college, or after high school year. And we do have 32 out of 40, which is an amazing number, are going to 2 or 4 year schools. I mean, and of that number, 22 are going to 4 year schools. Man, that's really nothing short of amazing. It says so much about this class. 3 seniors were in the New Visions program. 12 students graduated from the BOCES technical program. Many of them are going right into the work world because they're prepared to do so. Athletics, this group was unbelievable. I mean, they've done things that no one ever has done in this school's history. The boys' soccer team went to the Final Four, first time ever. The girls' volleyball went back to the Final Four and made it to the finals, and were runner-up to the state in Class D this past year. Softball, lots of championships. Girls' soccer, boys, as we mentioned, boys' soccer, track and field, lots of students did very well there. So, exceptional sports. Once again, ECS cranked out some outstanding musicals over what I would call the last 3 years. We had Guys and Dolls this year, Freaky Friday in 24, and Fiddler in 23, and I know a number of you performed in each of those, and that's what makes this little school so special. You guys had a senior trip, I think, to Gatlinburg. Where was that, Tennessee? I heard that there was a heated debate over who's better, boys or girls. Is that true? No. Rumor. Also, I understand you had a lot of time. You had trouble keeping track of time. No? Okay. I'm not sure about that. I know one kid on this class broke his leg on a 6th grade field trip. Now that is not the thing you should be doing. I think they've started maybe a new tradition. It's a pretty cool one. It really was. They treated the staff to lunch out back. It was really neat. It was a nice idea, and I applaud you've started something. I'll bet you the classes to follow will do the same thing. I hope they do. So I didn't get to see this, but they told me that for pep rallies, that you guys did something new. They had I guess a shopping cart and a bunch of seniors would pile into it, and they bring you into the gym. Did that happen? This is one, I'm not real sure on the details, but it was something to do with a student was late for the senior trip. The cops had to come to their house, and then they were picked up at Rite Aid. Does any of that make sense, or is that, okay, there's some heads nodding there. And who would ever forget the red carpet? Of course, that was the prom at Balloons last year. I'm sure all of you had a great time. And the prank did catch everyone's attention. Now, some classes go out of their way to be destructive. This class did something really kind of cool. And to prove how effective it was, I probably had 5-6 phone calls of people saying, "Did you know?" Well, no, I didn't know. For those who don't know, they parked their cars all over the front lawn, east, west, and crooked, and it probably from a passerby they might have thought. But you did catch the eye of people. Tractor Day has become a heck of an event with the ag and tied in now to Ag Day. We have K through 12 is out on the sidewalk now and watch the tractors come in. I mean, it's an event. It used to be, even in my time when I was here as a superintendent, we had 2 or 3 tractors. It's really gone with its own story. And also we had trick horseback riding out there the last couple of years by someone in this class, whose name remains unmentioned. Also, I understand people have told me that the class had a couple of new students come in over the last couple of years that have been great assets or great additions to the class. 4th grade. Now, I heard this is kind of bad. I didn't know about it. I was superintendent. I heard you guys went on a field trip and you threw vegetables or stuff out the window and they had to pull the bus over. That's a I think that's just a rumor. We have a member of this class who is often seen singing, dancing, and sometimes she may even be on the sassy side. But she surely brightens everybody's day. Sarah, I will say your I'm told this was something on a backpack day. There was a student who stuck a motorized dirt bike in the back door and was riding it in the halls. I don't know who that was, but I understand it happened. 2 senior girls throughout the whole year would leave on their senior privilege at 12:30, and Tammy was telling me in the office that they often forgot to come back. Well, that was the story. And this is the best. This one here, you gotta listen carefully to this one. I'm told there was a student who had a goldfish in Mrs. Nason's classroom. It died. And a student opened the window and threw it out. It landed on the air conditioning unit outside the window and stayed there all winter. Our SRO officer, Amber, mentioned that she could get in trouble for for improper disposal of a pet. She thought everyone was serious, so she took a Tim Hortons paper cup and a lid and went outside, put the fish in it after the winter. She proceeded to put it on Mrs. Nason's desk and told her to look inside. I saved that one for last because that one does take it. Now the second question, will you make a difference? Now this may be a little more serious. I have to admit my time here, I've had an opportunity to get to know each and every one of you, or even to talk to several of you. But being around here, I have a flavor for the place and for the type of students, characteristics you have. This class has been consistently academically solid. You can see number 12 members of the National Honor Society, which is 25% of the class. They've always been willing to work hard, whether it was for grades or a truck, or maybe a dress or some jeans or whatever, but they're workers. They've shared many additional gifts and qualities in the school community throughout the years. Here are just a few things that come to mind when I ask others. The class is very athletic, musically talented, lots of volunteering, many have excelled in technical education, students care about others, lots of community involvement, future leaders, kindness, thoughtfulness, and compassion. That's what other people have said about you. As you step off the stage tonight, your life will be changed forever. It is now your opportunity to take what you've learned, build on the values that you have embraced, and apply it to the challenges ahead. Will you invent a cure for cancer? Will you be part of developing the next generation of computers or technology? Will you develop a new car engine powered by nuclear energy? I just got to make that. Will you develop a medicine that prevents diabetes from ever happening? Will you always be kind, caring, and thoughtful for everyone you come in contact with? Will others identify you as a good person? I would say to you that the big discoveries and noteworthy achievements are exciting, but what really counts in this world is whether or not you're identified by others as being a good person. Kind, caring, and thoughtful. Will this world be a better place because of you? You have some outstanding qualities, but it is how you channel those qualities and gifts that will truly matter. In closing, as your class quote says, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you for all the wonderful memories. We know there are great things ahead for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ward. It is through our long-standing tradition and commitment to excellence that Ellicottville Central School will continue to be an educational leader in Catarocts County and Western New York. One of the hallmarks of a tight-knit community is the generational pride that exists when siblings from generations and families attend and graduate from the same high school. Could I have the house lights on, please? I would like to recognize the many Ellicottville Eagles we have in attendance this evening. At this time, would all alumni of Ellicottville Central School please stand if you are able to be recognized. The senior instrumental ensemble this evening will perform DCS favorite Pirates of the Caribbean under the direction of Mrs. Crystal Wow. Wonderful job, Mrs. Wilder, and our band students. At this time, we have reached the awards and scholarships portion of our ceremony. We will begin with our individual presenters here tonight who have made the effort to be here in person to congratulate our seniors. I have the distinct honor of presenting our first and last of these awards on behalf of the families. We will begin with the new award this year known as the No Limits Award. The No Limits Award in its inaugural year is given in recognition for excellent academic work and personal accomplishment by demonstrating good citizenship and respect for fellow students, staff, and faculty. These award winners make the best effort every day throughout their schooling experience and life outside of school to achieve success without limits. This year, we have 2 recipients of this award. It's my distinct pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to help me congratulate Ms. Sarah Epps and Mr. Jacob Johnson. Our first community presenters this evening to award the Frank Patillo Memorial Scholarship. Please welcome to the podium Ms. Kim Patillo and Ms. Andrea Austin. On behalf of the Patillo family, the Frank Patillo Memorial Scholarship is presented to a student who exemplifies fierce competition and leadership in sports, but also shows a work ethic and a desire to succeed beyond their years. Frank Patillo was a young man who excelled in sports and exemplified a strong work ethic beyond his years. Frank was one of the top-ranked junior skiers in the country in 1976 and was in the process of completing his junior and senior year of high school simultaneously so he could advance his training with the U.S. ski team. He was also a fine football player and was preparing to be the team captain for the upcoming season. Frank tragically lost his life on August 30, 1976, in a motorcycle accident. Having always worked in the family business as well as starting his own Frankie the Clam stand, he had saved substantial money. These funds, along with an outpouring of the local community, were used to place the lights we have on our sports field today. Frank's number 35 also is the only jersey number ever retired in ECS history. Tonight we have 2 winners, the $1,000 Frank Patillo Memorial Award. Please help me in congratulating Miss Addison John and Mr. Christopher King. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Greg Capelli, who will present the Bob McCarthy Foundation scholarships.
In our 20th year, the Bob McCarthy Foundation wants to award 3 scholarships to students who excelled at community service. They are as follows. Addison John. Ryan Metzger. Last but not least, Natalie Webb.
This time, it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Ellen Frank to award the Daniel Sirianni Memorial Scholarship.
As most of you know, Ian Sirianni, my father, part of the school for over 35 years. He was a business teacher, guidance counselor, principal, superintendent. He taught many students or had an effect on many students' lives. Throughout the years when Dad was alive, former students would tell him how he changed their lives. Some said if Dan didn't keep after them, they wouldn't be the person they were today. Others thanked him for getting them into college, and they were still in the field that they majored in, such as nursing and secretarial work. Many of the students who had Dad as a business teacher are still using what they learned from him in class. He also guided friends into being business teachers and principals. He thought education was very important, and he was very proud of the school, even after he retired. The winner of this scholarship is going to pursue a major in business management and a minor in international business. I'm happy to announce the winner of the Daniel A. Sirianni Scholarship goes to Edison John.
At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Tom Opsahl to present the Ellicottville Rotary Club Foundation for Youth Scholarships.
I am Tom Opsahl, a member of the Ellicottville Rotary Club. Each year, the Rotary Club awards scholarships to graduating seniors who we think support our mission, service above self. We also believe firmly that these students are most likely to continue this service in the communities in which they will be living in the future. This year's scholarship amount is $1,000 per scholarship, and there are 4 recipients. First recipient is a BOCES graduate as well as ECS senior. She has maintained a high academic average while also being elected captain to both swimming and track and field teams. She has volunteered extensively with blood drives, walks to end Alzheimer's, clinics at CA BOCES, and as well as playing music at In Tandem rehabilitation sites. Rotary is pleased to present this scholarship to Adelaide Webb. The next recipient is an exceptional student and athlete as well. She has been a scholar athlete, All Western New York Scholar Athlete Honorable Mention, Student Council President, and President of the Caring Plaza. Her volunteer efforts have included the Special Olympics, Ellicottville Food Pantry, Ellicottville Fall Festival, and volunteering at the Eden Heights Senior Citizen Home. Rotary is pleased to present this scholarship to Addison John. The next recipient has been a member of the National Honor Society, maintained high honor roll status, and has participated in soccer, track and field, and band. In addition to balancing these demands, he has volunteered in youth soccer, the Rays of Hope charity, and the EVGB trail effort. Please congratulate Maddox Johnson. Our final Rotary Scholarship recipient has also received high honor roll status and been a member as well as recruiter for the softball team. We believe her involvement in volunteer efforts has been most exemplary, thereby earning her the Special Rotary Scholarship, Service Above Self. She showed leadership and enthusiasm for the Halloween trunk or treat, Thanksgiving dinner, the Winter Carnival, and Class of 2025 fundraisers, among other volunteer efforts. These efforts demonstrate her strong sense of social responsibility and leadership. We are pleased to present the Service Above Self Scholarship to Ava Woodard.
is now my heartfelt pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Dan and Carla Krasinski to the podium to present the DGK Memorial Scholarship.
The Daniel Gerard Krasinski Memorial Fund was established through the generous donations of the community that has surrounded us and blessed us with their support. We will be honoring Daniel's memory by supporting our students through scholarships and our community by raising awareness of the resources available for supporting mental health.
We are recognizing 3 amazing eligible seniors with scholarships of $1,600 each. For this year, we did not follow a traditional plan for our scholarship process. As a family, we selected 3 students that we felt embodied so many of the wonderful traits that are Daniel.
Daniel's approach to life was spirited and filled with kindness and love. His creativity and quick wit resonated throughout. Daniel gave 100%. Daniel loved building and creating, learning and challenging himself, and competing and celebrating. He played hard and he worked hard. Daniel believed in lifting people up and embracing every opportunity.
The following scholarship recipients are impactful, mindful, and uniquely creative individuals. Their contributions to our school and community are part of the special recipe that truly makes Ellettville a very special place to live and learn. Each of these students have left a positive mark in our minds and hearts. The scholarship recipients from the class of 2025 are Benjamin Edwards, Courtney March, and Ryan Messer.
This year, in addition to Daniel's loss, we also tragically lost ECS alumnus Mr. Zachary Gallagher. Zach was a 2018 graduate of ECS and was a senior in my first year here at ECS. The twin losses of Daniel and Zach have taken a toll on our community, and their absences will be felt for many years to come. Ellettville community members band together to form the Good Human Scholarship to honor the memory of both Zach Gallagher and Daniel Krasinski. This scholarship is designed to recognize and reward an Ellettville Central High School senior who demonstrates exceptional character, kindness, empathy, and a commitment to making a positive impact in their community and beyond. For this, the first year of this award, there are 2 recipients, each receiving $1,500 this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Ms. Edison John and Ms. Courtney Marsh. At this time, I have the pleasure of inviting Mr. Ward back to the podium to announce the winners of the remaining awards and scholarships being presented to 16 different students. When Mr. Ward announces the names of our winners, please join me downstage as the award or awards are announced. For all of you, before the end of the evening, each of you will receive a bag with information related to any scholarships and awards presented tonight. Mr. Ward, I turn it over to you.
The Board of Education annually presents an award the valedictorian of the senior class. This year's valedictorian has compiled a 4-year weighted average of 115.59%. It is my pleasure to present the valedictorian of the class of 2025 to Ms. Singh Sun. As the valedictorian, Singh will receive the Harmon Scholarship for $200, which was established in 1937 as a settlement for the estate of Eleazar Harmon. Singh is also the recipient of the Salamanca USF Bowling Association Annual Scholarship valued at $700. And I will say one more thing. It is noteworthy that Singh has most recently become an American citizen, and she went through the process, and I believe it took place in Buffalo. So congratulations, Singh. Miss Catherine Bliss, please step forward. The Board of Education annually presents an award to the salutatorian of the senior class. This year's salutatorian has compiled a 4-year weighted average of 113.52. It is my pleasure to present the salutatorian of the class of 2025 to Ms. Catherine Bliss. Benjamin Edwards, please come forward. Benjamin is the first recipient of the Ellicottville Teachers Association Award for $500 for showing strong character and leadership qualities while maintaining a well-rounded academic experience that represents our school and themselves as a positive person. Benjamin is also the first recipient of the Ed Spacher Memorial Scholarship, which was set up in Ed's honor. This scholarship of $2,500 is awarded to a graduate who has maintained an average of 90% or higher, participated in 2 varsity sports, and received 2 letters of recommendations. Congratulations, Ben. Thanks. Johnson, please step forward. Each year, a committee of retired and active school administrators oversees a competitive essay contest among National Honor Society students in Cattaraugus County. This year, Maddox has been awarded $1,000 for his submission and is awarded the Mary Elizabeth Eaton National Honor Society Scholarship as selected by the panel. Maddox is also the recipient of the Joseph F. Ward Memorial Scholarship of $1,000, which is given to a student who has demonstrated an interest in science, ecology, or environmental science and plans to pursue it at a college level. Mr. Joseph Ward appreciated the value of education. He was a graduate of ECS, received a degree in agriculture from Cornell and a chemistry degree from St. Bonaventure. Later, he served as a member of the Ellicottville Board of Education for 14 years. He was a lifelong resident of Great Valley, where he served the community as supervisor, councilman, and a founding member of the Great Valley Fire Company, also in New Day. Please help me congratulate Mr. Maddox Johnson. Ms. Natalia Lieber, please join us at the front stage. The Holiday Valley Scholarships are presented to graduates who demonstrate scholastic achievement, commitment to further education, community, and school service who also exemplify a positive attitude. These awards also include the submission of a competitive essay. Natalie is the recipient of a $2,000 Holiday Valley Scholarship. Congratulations, Natalie. Miss Olivia Fisher, please come forward. Olivia is the second recipient of the Ellicottville Teachers Association Awards for $500 for showing strong character and leadership qualities while maintaining a well-rounded academic experience that represents our school and themselves in a positive manner. Congratulations, Olivia. Ms. Ava Waderick, please step forward. Ava is the first recipient of the $1,000 Ellicottville Alumni Association Award to recognize seniors who are well-rounded students that display a commitment to academics, school activities, and involvement in the community. The Holiday Valley Scholarships are presented to graduates who demonstrate scholastic achievement, commitment to further education, community, and school service, who also exemplify a positive attitude. These awards also include the submission of a competitive essay. Ava is the recipient of a $1,000 Holiday Valley Scholarship. Congratulations. Mr. Ryan Metzger, come on down. Ryan is the second recipient of the Ed Spacher Memorial Scholarship, which was set up in Ed's honor. The scholarship of $2,500 is awarded to a graduate who has maintained an average of 90% or better, participated in 2 varsity sports, and received 2 letters of recommendation. Ryan is also the third recipient of the Ellicottville Teachers Association Awards for $500 for showing strong character and leadership qualities while maintaining a well-rounded academic experience that represents our school and themselves in a positive manner. Our congratulations to you, Ryan. Ms. Cheyenne Rutz, please step forward. Cheyenne is the fourth and final recipient of the Ellicottville Teachers Association Awards for $500 for showing strong character and leadership qualities while maintaining a well-rounded academic experience that represents our school and themselves in a positive manner. Congratulations. Ms. Adelaide Weber, please come forward. The Holiday Valley Scholarships are presented to graduates who demonstrate scholastic achievement, commitment to further education, community, and school service, who also exemplify a positive attitude. These awards also include the submission of a competitive essay. Adelaide is the recipient of a $5,000 Holiday Valley Scholarship. Congratulations. Our final awards tonight are presented to Ms. Addison Jaffe, or better known as Addie, I think. The United Church of Ellicottville Memorial Award is presented in memory of Eileen Watson, a longtime friend of the United Church of Ellicottville, to a student that has made a difference in her or his community. This $500 award is presented to Addie this year. Edison is also the second recipient of the $1,000 Eligible Alumni Association Award to recognize seniors who are well-rounded students that display a commitment to academics, school activities, and involvement in the community. Addison has been awarded the $250 Ellicottville Central School Related Professional Association Award presented to a respectful student who exemplifies consideration and kindness while being a role model for others. Congratulations, Addie, on your awards.
Congratulations to all the recipients of tonight's awards and scholarships. And thank you especially to our scholarship sponsors for your generous awards and acknowledgments for our students. At this time, it is my honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2025. For her address, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Sing Sun.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Sing Sun, and I'm from Fujian, China. I remember when I first stepped on American soil, my parents told me that we would be living in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was relieved. Because of the diversity of the central city, I would have a higher chance of survival because we lived in the middle of Chinatown. I made friends of all colors, and with my young, changeable brain, I learned English fast and got into translating for kids who were once in the same shoes as me. Well, as you can tell, I'm no longer in Philadelphia. My parents told me that I would be moving to Iowa. Yeah, Iowa. I didn't realize a place can be that unpopulated. I went from an unpopulated place in Iowa to an even more unpopulated place in Tennessee. There, I spent my middle school and my freshman year. We had to move somewhere else for work, my parents gave me the options to live in Long Island, New Jersey, or upstate New York. I said Long Island. As you can tell, my mom just asked to see my opinion, not to consider it. And that's how I ended up here at Ellicottville, in upstate New York, my last year of high school. Looking back, I never thought I would be able to receive such a distinguished honor. Someone had told me that I would be standing here, giving a speech as a valedictorian. I would have laughed at this person for losing their mind. But look where I am, through sacrificing family. I sacrificed sleep to get where I am today and to be able to give the speech. Although not everyone can give the speech today, everyone can sacrifice a little something to reach a lifelong goal. Senior year has been a series of journeys. A journey to the top of a slowly inclining roller coaster, which taught us that the climb up might be anxious. A journey to graduation, which has taught us that hard work pays off. We've all achieved something great, like passing in economics, and we've also failed at things. We've come a long way since September, and for some of us, this year has been the slowest. For others, this year has been the fastest. And I really like telling jokes. Jokes like, how did Harry Potter get down the hill? By walking. J.K. Rowling. Regardless of if you like my jokes or not, we've done it. We're finally through high school, and we're finally done taking classes that do not particularly appeal to us. We stood strong throughout the trials and tribulations. One day we'll look back and just smile. Graduation for us seniors is the start of a new chapter in life. We will all part ways, whether it's to college or to the work field, and some friendship will sadly disintegrate. What will be left behind is a reminder of all the memories we made. Will be on pictures in our phone. And soon those pictures will become lost in the photo app and memories will become foggy. All of this is inevitable, so all we can do is cherish. Cherish what you have now, because I'm sure we all know of death's failure to notify. You will never know what you have until it's gone. So hold on to what you have for as long as you can until you know it's time to go. We will all be presented with things we've never done, opportunities we've never had. Thomas Jefferson once said, if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. One last thing is to never forget to give thanks. We should always be thankful because we never truly know the depth of the sacrifices made for us. So on behalf of the seniors, I'd like to thank our parents for being patient, forgiving, loving, and having sacrificial hearts. We truly will not be here if not for our parents. I would also like to thank our teachers for putting up with us, guiding us, giving us many chances to make up for doing work. You are truly devoted and hardworking, and your work will be rewarded. Thank you all because we will not have made this far without you, and thank you to seniors for accommodating me.
Thank you, Steve. And now, without further ado, we have reached the portion of commencement where we confer high school diplomas. Beginning with our top 10 seniors, students will process to center stage where they will receive their diploma from our Board of Education President, Mrs. Deborah Allen. As diplomas are presented, I will list awards and scholarships each graduate is known to have earned prior to tonight's ceremony. For parents of top 10 students, this would be a good time to get into position for photographs. Upon conferring of diplomas, we ask our audience to remain in your seats until the conclusion of our final student procession. Ladies and gentlemen, as the principal of Ellicottville High School, I hereby affirm the students before you have met the graduation requirements set forth in the regulations of the Commissioner of Education of New York State and the policies of the Ellicottville Central School Board of Education. With the top 10 students of the class of 2025, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Seeing Sun, Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation, American Legion History Award, Board of Education Award for Mathematics and Social Studies, the NHS Scholastic Excellence Award, the Board of Education Valedictorian Award, and the Virginia Huey Memorial Scholarship.
The salutatorian, Catherine Shea Bloods. Regents Diploma in Advanced Designation, Board of Education Award for Science, Board of Education Salutatorian Award for Academic Excellence, Michael Chapman Memorial Award, Kristen Hintz Memorial Award.
Miss Courtney Grace Martin, Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation and the SEAL Evaluation, Board of Education Award for Stage, the Clancy Memorial Scholarship, Board of Education Award for Excellence, the Sports Boosters Award, the Sons of Billy Fratelli Tricolor Lodge, She's in the Game MacTavish Scholarship, the Cat County Basketball Official Scholarship, and the Cat County Youth Citizenship Award. Miss Tia Elizabeth Fuller, Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation, American Legion History Award, the Board of Education Award for English, and the Board of Education Award for Academic Excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Benjamin Cromwell Edwards, Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation, Board of Education Award for Academic Excellence, Board of Education Award for Art and Technology, the Eliza B. Huey Scholarship for the Arts, the Ellicottville Sports Boosters Award, and the RIT Merit Scholarship. Mr. Michael Trina Kearns, Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation, the Board of Education Award for French, and the Kristen Hintz Memorial Award. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jaden Lane Doubt, Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation, and the John Phillips Sousa Award. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Maddox Walsh Johnson, Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation and the New York State Seal of Biliteracy, the Greg Smith Memorial Award, the Spring Perseverance Scholarship, the Cap County Trackers Memorial Scholarship, the Dale Golly Memorial Scholarship, the Donald Chapman Memorial Award, the Sports Boosters Award, and the Paul Smith College Provost Merit Scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Sophia Kathleen Sundin, Regents Diploma with advanced designation. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Adelaide Mary Weber, Regents Diploma with advanced designation, Board of Education Award for Music, the Pat McGee Nursing Scholarship, the JCC Alumni Association High School Bolt Scholarship, and Salem Lutheran Church Scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sarah Renee Epps, Skills and Achievement Next Year. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Hayden Jean Lockerbie, Regents Diploma. Ms. Brianna Lucille Aronson, Regents Diploma with advanced designation, the Parliament of the General Memorial Scholarship, and the Crown Davis Scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Elizabeth Marie Ball, Regents Diploma. Miss Lauren Elizabeth Button, Regents Diploma. Mr. Owen Fisher Dean Doherty, Regents Diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Olivia Grace Fisher, Regents Diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Allen Flagg, Regents Diploma. Miss Addison Page John, Regents Diploma, the Kristen Hintz Memorial Award, the Salamanca Area Kiwanis Club Award, the Ellicottville Sports Boosters Award, Kent State President's Award, and the Provost Leadership Academy. She's in the Game Scholarship and the Cat County Youth Citizenship Award. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jacob Caleb Johnson, Regents Diploma. Miss Alarise Louise Kraus, Regents Diploma. Also recipient of the True Blue Scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Natalie Toylan Leeper, Regents Diploma, Board of Education Award for Physical Education, and the Ellicottville Sports Boosters Award. Miss Mackenzie Lynn Marek, Regents Diploma. Mr. Liam P. McGuire, Regents Diploma, and the St. Bonaventure Scholarship Award. Eleanor Ann Meacham Williams, Regents Diploma. gentlemen, Mr. Ryan Frederick Big Cat Metzger. Reading supplement and the ultimate coach today. Miss Lorena Sky Mooney, Regents diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Eve Maria Nacidi, Regents diploma with advanced education in the Board of Education and Education. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ryan Patrick Norton, Regents diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jace Robert Pearl, Regents diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Merrick Joseph Peters, Regents diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christopher Polino, Regents diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Grace Ann Privatera, Regents diploma in the area major. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kyle David Robinson, Regents diploma, Cat Honey Trackers, Royal Scholarship, the High School College Dean's Scholarship, BCS Varsity Top David Stark for the Local Game Award, and the PSC Alumni Pass It On Scholarship. Ms. Cheyenne Lynn Rust, Regents diploma with advanced designation and the New York State Seal of Biodiversity, Hope University Highlander Academic Scholarship, and the Hope University Donor Funds. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Carter Stephen Smith, Regents diploma, the American Legion Lesson Government Award, and the Ultimate Sports Group Award. Miss Layla Marilyn Thomas, Regents diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Violet Ray Tussle, Regents diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Gracie May Vassar, Regents diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ava Rose Wooderick, Regents diploma and the Ohio State Youth Scholarship. Would all graduates please rise? Before you leave this stage in school for the final time, we have one last ceremonial task to complete. Ms. Bless, would you please face your class? Movement of the tassel is part of commencement steeped in tradition. For hundreds of years, graduates of various levels of academia have donned visual regalia so others may know of their accomplishments. The gesture of moving the tassel symbolizes the movement from candidate to graduate. Ms. Bless, please lead your class. Ladies and gentlemen, the Oakville Central School class of 2025. Graduates, once an evening, always an evening. Please connect with the Ellicottville Alumni Association, of which you are now a member. On behalf of the Ellicottville Central School Board, administration, faculty, and staff, congratulations and farewell.
28 minutes. How
Yeah.
about that? I get a little nervous
Yeah.
during the awards.